We're live.
Well, good morning, Ed. This is Pistons on the Square. What a beautiful day, April the 16th, I believe.
It is.
The weather is perfect. The cars are out, motorcycles are out, pickups are out, Corvettes are out, Camaros are out, Thunderbirds are out, Model A's. Nobody.
Where are they?
They didn't show up.
And you are?
Felix Boston, and I know Ed Pennington. Oh, I'm not supposed to say your name. You're
No, Texas Stakes.
The police are watching this. They might catch you. But look, this beautiful Indian.
Yeah,
Indian,
look at that.
Mr. Trump guy shirt.
2018 Indian.
All right.
Yep. Now, India's now owned by Polaris, and they did a fantastic job. All of the R&D that used to go into Victory now goes into the India now.
Nice.
So what kind of horsepower is this?
Oh, we're talking about torque.
Oh,
we don't talk horsepower. We're talking torque.
There you go.
It's 120 foot-pounds of torque.
Nice. It's a good-looking bike.
Thank you.
It does have the Indian theme with the fenders, the covered wheels, the headlight.
And it says Indian on the side.
Well, it does say that too. Yeah. It's a beautiful bike.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. How long have you had it?
I've had it a month.
Oh, okay.
And it floats down the road like a Cadillac.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Good looking bike.
Used to have a Harley, and I test rode one of these, and I'm like, what the heck have I been thinking? Where have you been all of my life? All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate you bringing it out. All right, Felix, should we walk around?
Sure.
Okay.
Beautiful day for this.
Yeah. What catches your eye, Felix?
This black Ford. Is it Ford?
Yeah, it looks like a 33 or 35, maybe. I don't know. No, it's got to be not a 33.
Yeah, it's not. It's all came out of a box, but it's still pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty custom, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good looking car.
You see our two T-birds down there together.
Did you bring your car along? All right, we can walk down that way. Let's take a look.
So what are you going to do at your father-in-law's car show? Going to be judging again?
Oh, are you talking about the Georgetown car show that we have with the car club?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to... I don't think I'll be judging. I'm setting up all the signs and everything else that goes with that. And then this Volkswagen, Felix, has been in many car shows that I know of. Back there, Bob is the owner. He's sitting on that chair.
Beautiful modern car too.
He has. He's a big Porsche Volkswagen fan, and this car, every show I've been in, it's won first place, and there's a good reason. The detail on this car is unbelievable, down to the seats. Have you seen the seats? The cloth that it has.
Remember the Carmen Ghia he used to have, which was just
Yes, car. I do remember the Carmen Ghia. Radio with the cloth speaker. I mean, this car, every single show I've been at, has won first place. You just can't find a problem with it. It's impeccable. It's like it rolled off the showroom.
Still running.
So, hey Bob. Yeah, he's talking to somebody. What year is this?
Look at the headlights if you see anything.
Well, normally there's another bulb down in here, and this one does have it.
Why is one headlight white and this one is a little bit more yellow?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know?
You know, in Germany they would have If you're parked along the side of the road, some of the lights would stay on, and that might be the reason.
Hello, Dean. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bob can tell us. I don't want to interrupt him, but that's his Volkswagen, and it does win every single show. I mean, if you look, there's no dirt in the wheel well of this car. Bob, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Why is the left headlight a little yellow and the right is not?
Because the left one is white and the right one's yellow. That's why.
Oh, there's no reason.
It just is.
Yeah, okay.
That's a technical answer.
Yeah, it is. All right. That makes sense. Thanks, Bob. We got an old Honda here. Do I have a classic car? Yes, Dean, we have many classic cars between myself and my son. Mine's a 1924 Model T. Then Reagan has a couple of cars. And this is a member of our car club. It's a Camaro. It's in really, really beautiful shape. Looks brand new. And even has the window sticker. This car was what, $27,000 brand new. And that's 1995.
That's a lot of money in 95.
Oh, he really takes care of it. Because these convertibles, Felix, were, you know, the interior is blasted by the sun, and so you don't see them like this very often. So once again, Felix Boston, a good friend of mine. We go flying in his old 1948 Air Coupe.
47.
47, thank you for correcting me. And he has several classic cars. Matter of fact, one of his is over here. We'll go take a look at it.
Which one is it?
It will be the 57. Well, they're both 57s, it looks like. It would be the one with the hood closed to hide the Chevy motor, I think. So it would be this one. But there is another 57, you can tell they have the fins. The 56 didn't. Yeah, the Model T is a beautiful car, Dean. I need to show that to you. There's a video of me just driving it a long time ago into the country. But yeah, this is Felix's Thunderbird. That's interesting. This is a feature of the 56, is this porthole. That was a 56 op thing that they did on the hardtops. I'm not sure they did it on 57s, but Felix has it.
Every 57 I've seen has one.
Has one too? Yeah. There's our courthouse. But this happens the third Saturday every month. Pistons on the Square, informal gathering. There's no awards. This is not a car show. Well, it's kind of a car show. Yeah, just folks showing up and having fun. And we have a variety of cars now, right?
When you stop recording, I want to show you something over here.
Okay, well, it's not good for recording? Okay, all right. All right, we'll take a walk up this way. You're gonna continue to be our ambassador, Felix?
Yep.
All right.
See this Honda 500 cc 4-cylinder?
My first motorcycle, Felix.
That's what I drove to Southwest Texas to college every day back in the 70s.
That's my first motorcycle too.
Remember how
Super
smoothest? That 4-cylinder is so smooth.
Oh yeah, very reliable, wonderful bike. I love the gems here.
20-some odd thousand miles on it.
This one has 21, just almost 21,000. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was my first bike too.
And you could pull up right to the classroom Park right outside. So easy.
Felix, I remember going across a low water crossing on this bike, and the algae on the bridge, I slipped and it fell. And then when I got up to restart it, it backfired and caught on fire.
Oh.
Quickly, so what I did is I laid the bike back down in the water and put the fire out. That's a true story.
So you're able to save the bike then.
It saved the bike. It would, probably if it would have started, it would.
So let's go down here
Blow it out.
and talk to your millions of fans about this Shea Model A Ford.
Oh, the white one?
Are you familiar with those?
Yeah, it's not a, it's a reproduction, right? Yeah,
Made by Shea.
yeah. And you have a Model A as well, besides the
True.
Thunderbird.
It's not a Shea.
Yeah, it's original. Yeah,
And they
you can
thought-
tell by the length of the back here that that's not original.
And I look at the steering wheel. It's modern steering.
Well, yeah, with a key ignition.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks nice,
But see, they
and
thought
it's
this
a fun
was
car.
going to take off because it's an old car, but it drove like a modern car.
Right.
But they just didn't. I had an uncle in California who had one, and he said they just didn't take off like.
Yeah, Dean, that would that's probably a very light bike with a lot of horsepower.
I think it's maybe a Pinto frame or something.
Normally I use a Pinto front end. Yeah. Oh yeah, coil springs. You can't see it on the camera, but yeah, it's coil springs.
So 1932 Shea.
Yep. And oh my goodness, somebody loved this Chevy. Look at that thing. It looks like it just came off the showroom. Beautiful. Except for the radio. Well, it is a CD player, which is rare to see too. Yeah, very nice.
This one is. What year is this one, Ed?
The Chevy? That's a 60 something. Hard to tell. Oh, did they? Yeah. There was a bike Honda had the same way. They made it one year, and so many people had accidents.
Newer than a 68 because it's got the running lights, and they came on in 68.
Okay. Yeah, a V65 Magna I had, and they went back the V45 Magna. That was a fast bike. And we have new cars too. We got this Porsche GTS. Hi, Woody.
How are you?
Good morning.
How are you?
It's actually not completely full. Normally we'll see cars all the way around the courthouse. And there's always those cars.
Yeah, there's always those.
Yeah. And the newer ones over here. Felix, you have a favorite over here?
This World War II Jeep.
Somebody really loves their car here. Look at it, even a mini car there. Yeah, I love that truck too. There's something about those old Chevys. I just love that body style. Especially when they have the old,
Hey, Scarecrow. Hey,
what am I thinking? Hubcaps, yeah. Okay. Sorry for the quick movement there.
Takes 5 hours to read all the plants.
Felix found somebody.
But one of them, my last plant that I read a while ago was the standpipe over here off of 49 and the loop. My next plant's off of 152 across from the RV park. And so
Hey, Francisco.
I talked to my general manager.
Yeah, we were having a good morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining.
To give it a loop before I get back to
Dean is here as well, so.
one of the people that pulled those
We are taking a walk around Pistons on the Square in Georgetown, Texas. Third Saturday every month. we just get together down here. All right, Felix, let's keep going.
Okay. Look at the quality of the paint job. Looks like it's synthetic.
Oh goodness, you're right. It does. Wow. Somebody put some love into that one, didn't they?
What a beautiful day.
You know, I thought it might get a little rainy, but it didn't. Yeah, it is.
See, this is
Good day to go fly, right?
the clouds.
Yeah. Low ceiling, very low ceiling.
Convoy Commander, Tucson.
Yeah, and you're right. And this is a 9-slot grill, which is typical of the military vehicles. And normally these actually move, right? They're on a little swing hook.
Now, what about the ones that had the little slit right here?
That's your turn signals have that. Yeah, that's for.
No, I thought it's for the headlights had a little slit also.
Yeah, you could see those as well, and on the rear you would see it. Kind of what tells you if it's a real military vehicle, there's no tailgate. On a CJ, there's a tailgate, and then the tire carrier on a CJ is on the side, where on a military vehicle, the tire carrier is on the rear.
There's a military museum in El Paso, and they've got one of these that says Ford on the rear tailgate.
Yeah.
That's very rare.
Yeah, because
Ford.
Willie's licensed Ford to produce them for the military. And another thing you look for is the glove box, right? If you have a glove box up front, it's a military vehicle. Otherwise, they were flat.
It says made by Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Ford. This is a Ford. That's right. That's right.
This is mine, by the way.
Oh, this is yours? Hi. You okay being live on video?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey, I'm Ed.
Hey, Ed. I'm going to cover my eyes up because I got hit by a tree root.
All right.
Sorry.
And your name is?
I'm Dave.
Dave.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Hey, thank you.
You're
Nice
not,
to meet
Yeah.
you're not a Georgetown native, I can tell.
you. I'm from far eastern Texas.
Murray, yes. Yeah.
Just keep going.
Over
keep
over
going.
some water, I would expect. Yeah, so how'd you come by this Ford?
So I worked on Ascension Island in the 80s.
Okay.
And when I arrived, there was an American called Ernie Matisse, I think his name was, and he ran the scrapyard. And somebody said, if you need a vehicle, go down to the scrapyard and see Ernie. And I went down there, and he had an old Second World War Jeep, and he said it's never run.
Really?
I think I paid him $300. It wasn't this Jeep, but it's $300 for it. I drove it around the island for a couple of years and then gave it to the museum. And when I came back to England on the first sunny day, I thought, wow, I really missed that Jeep. So I made some local inquiries, and this had worked at a local airfield during the war, I think. And I bought this in the UK as a replacement for that other Jeep, which is now in the museum on Ascension.
Wow.
And it's pretty much in the shape. I've cleaned it up a little bit, but I've deliberately not restored it.
Really?
It's 6-volt electrics. It's got the original electrics. It's got a new engine block because the old one just rotted out.
It's a 6-volt negative ground.
6-volt negative ground. Yep. It's got the old voltage regulator. Works, starts.
Yep.
Well, of course, if I say so, it won't start, but it starts pretty good. I had it as my wedding car when I got married with white ribbons on it. My kids grew up playing in it and learning to drive in it.
So what year did you buy this, you think?
Well, it's going to be. I've had it about 35 years, so I guess 8.
You've had it 35
Yeah,
years.
eight.
And interesting with the communications device that it has on there.
Yeah.
Was that on there when you bought it?
Yeah, so I haven't changed any numbers or anything. It had the 2-star general badge on the front and the designation HQ1. The guy I bought it off said he hadn't changed that, and when he bought it, he asked the guy he bought it off, it's on the 4th owner, the military was the first. And none of us have changed the numbers, so these were the numbers and the designation that were on it.
Yeah, you can tell how haphazard the
Yeah.
the spray paint was done.
Yeah, and they were just sprayed on with the
Right,
stencil, so they're
right.
supposed to be rough and ready. The only thing I've really done is I had the transmission overhauled about 20 years ago. The transmission was out of a tractor. You know, when they built this, they had to build it quickly.
Yep.
The engine's fabulous on the hard driving. You can go down to 20 miles an hour in top gear pretty easily and pull away. It's got the longest, it's got a very long stroke.
Oh yeah.
So it's more like a steam engine than a gasoline engine.
Yeah, it's a very torquey car.
Muffler. No, I just
Yeah.
put that on actually about a month ago.
But the
Huh?
they
That's the original location.
that is where they're supposed to go.
That's
Yes.
where they're supposed to go. Yeah, but I mean, the canvas, I've got the original canvas, but I put that on about 25 years ago. But I'd say it's about 80% original. Something like that.
Wonderful, wonderful Jeep.
Thank you.
And I guess the siren's not operational at the moment.
So it does work, but I've disconnected it because
Yeah.
it's just too tempting to
Yeah.
sound the siren all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got the antenna and the hood. It's got the original spade and axe on the side. One of the purposes of the axe was to destroy the Jeep. If you were abandoning the Jeep
Yeah.
and you
So
were behind enemy lines or something, the axe on the side, one of its purposes was to destroy the Jeep. I took it down to D-Day plus 50, which was in Normandy,
did you?
with President Reagan and the Queen. And
Wow.
I gave a guy a lift, going back to where we were camping, and picked him up. He was thumbing a lift, and I gave him a ride. And he went to a huge racing horse chateau, and he was the old guy that owned the chateau. So me and my buddies who followed me back there, we had a whole afternoon at the chateau drinking wine, and he gave me that horseshoe when I.
Reagan did?
No, the French.
Oh, I see.
The French guy was thumbing a lift. So the French guy.
Oh,
the French
gotcha.
guy,
Yeah.
for giving him a lift home, he gave me a race horseshoe
Nice.
for good luck.
That is awesome. What a wonderful story. And interesting, the steering wheel on this one.
That's the original steering wheel. and you
Yeah,
can see
just a
the
very
paint wore off.
simple.
So the problem with these is if you hit something and you're going too fast, and you're holding the steering wheel's weak. These are fairly weak. They fold around the column, and that goes through your heart.
Yeah.
So that's the best safety feature of any vehicle, because you dare drive it too fast.
What a wonderful story. And the history behind this one is incredible. Well, thank you so much for bringing it, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And to start it, you just flip it.
Yeah, so
this lever and hit the button.
there's no key.
Yeah.
So ignition on. Setting neutral. Starter buttons under there.
Yeah.
If it was, you can hear the 6-volt battery there. Have
Oh,
a
yeah.
bit of a trouble.
Yep.
It's 2.2 litre engine started by a 6-volt battery.
What does the red button do?
So that's important. That's the horn. That's the horn button, but they're notoriously unreliable. You can't keep them working for more than a few weeks.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
10 uses and they don't work. So to get through an inspection, I put that on. I took the switch off there for the driving light.
I love the smell back here too. I wish you could smell it on YouTube.
It doesn't have a catalytic converter.
No, it doesn't.
It's always got a rattle. You can never get rid of the rattles.
Good,
which
good.
Which
I love it.
Which I like.
Me too. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, same.
So what brought you to Georgetown?
I lived in Austin for, well, I went to America.
All right. So that's a neat piece of history. It actually came over from the pond, and here she is, and its proud owner. Love it. Okay.
He does like drag week, Rocky Mountain Race Week. Like all
We'll keep walking around. I don't know if this stream's still working. Hope it is. If you're there, let me know.
yeah,
It shows 0 persons, but we'll keep going. Try not to move too fast for you. Okay. Some beautiful Camaros here. A lot of love and care here. Side street, we have cars down there too. So let's go up the other side of this street over here. We're on Main. That's Cadillac.
Can I get back here if I get focus on camera? Okay.
Got somebody ready to go home there.
Honestly, didn't think you were going to come.
Our little shops, so proud of them. Still in business here on the square. You know, when I-35 was built, we kind of bypassed this little town square. Yeah, you know, kind of like the Cars movie, Route 66. I remember seeing these little Honda Civics everywhere. They were so popular. Gas was expensive, and all of a sudden, here we are again. Ken, one of our club members, getting ready to leave. He's got a beautiful little Datsun. And if there's other comments, I'm sorry, but the last one I have is from Francisco. Pretty happy with Prism so far. It's worked much better for me than Streamlabs. And the Mini Cooper. You know, when you see the Coopers now made by BMW, so different than the original, but I love the fact that it's got this tiny little 4-cylinder engine right up front. Such a neat little car. And they all have this kind of stamped steel feature. A very big Chevy. Be a great Texas farm truck. Now, I've seen this Mustang too. What's unusual about this Mustang is normally you see they get all souped up and they change the wheels. This still has the dog dish hubcaps. They call them dog dish because you pop it off and it makes a good dog food bowl. It's so nice to see one that is the way it came out. And the converted ones are pretty too, but it's just great to see one as it was. And if you ever heard the term flathead, well, that's what this is. This is a flathead, no overhead valves. It's like an old school Riggs and Stratton engine where the valves came up the same way the pistons come up. And that's a flathead. All right, looks like things are dispersing. We're up one other street on 8th Street now. These are really going up in value too, substantially. You can get these things for $3,000, and now they're commanding 6, 7, 8 plus. Cars are always a good investment, long term. At least that's my opinion. Curtis family, Chris, hello. Good morning. It's good to have you here. We're just walking around Pistons on the Square this morning. Today it's not clear, but it's not raining, so we're having a good time meeting some of the car owners and walking around our town square here in Georgetown, Texas. Once again, third Sunday every month, informal gathering of folks just sharing their cars and talking about them. Good old community fun, I guess I would surmise it as. And the Jeep that just turned, we just met that gentleman. He's from England, and that Jeep is from England, and he bought it over 30 years ago. Interesting history. He got married, and that was his drive-away vehicle, and he still has it. And that's just fantastic. And look at this Lincoln. Big, long car. 32 days. That's great. Fantastic. Yeah, Heather's going to be there at the end of, what is it, May? We're looking at May 7th also. We do have preview for Cosmic Rewind scheduled for May 7th. So just trying to do the math to make that work on late notice. So we'll see. But we're looking forward to that ride and looking forward to the changes and to see what it entails. Oh, look at this. Bi-Sply tire. Yeah, those are fun to ride on. Little skinny tires, and they can be interesting. But look at this interior. Thank you. You got your radio up here. Oh, there's your clock, way over there. That's what it was in the day. That beautiful gold interior. How do you find the parts for something like this? It's amazing. Such a long car. If you look at it from the deck to the rear, or I should say the deck to the front. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Thank you. This your car?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind being live? Okay. How long have you had it?
It's a one family car
Oh, really? Your family?
from Ohio. Here's the letter.
Oh, wow.
Found that last night.
Did you? You just found it last night?
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Wesley.
Wesley. Nice to meet you, Wesley. Oh, wow.
That's my great uncle.
And he bought it brand new.
Yeah, they ordered brand new. So it got it in '68. So 69 though.
Wow, that's crazy. That's really neat. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah, 62,000 miles on it. Ready?
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. So you brought it up here to share in Georgetown, so you live around here?
Yeah, Georgetown.
Okay.
Yeah, they passed away and they held it for a while in a barn.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
So
that.
about 20 years.
Really?
Yeah. They said,
And,
well, it's yours if you want it. You got to keep the factory.
So,
Keep it stocked.
so 20 years sitting, what'd you do to get it running? I mean, obviously the gas was a problem.
Yeah, we drained the gas and we drained the coolant. Put a new fan. We were tinkering with the carburetor. We ended up having to change it. Put a
Okay.
770 on.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would take a little bit of time.
Other than that, the tires they had it on blocks, so the tires were fine. That's the original spare.
I can't believe that spare. Yeah, I saw the Bi-Sply. I was like, wow.
That's proud of that.
Yeah. So it is a carbureted car,
Yeah.
not fuel injection, so you don't have to worry about that. No electronics. I would think that the gas tank and the fuel pump would have been a challenge.
We didn't change the gas tank, no.
You didn't? Okay. All right. Well, so happy to see it up here. I'm a big fan of Lincolns, and my first car was a '74 Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
So Roy Butler in Austin is where it came from, and I guess he became mayor and all whatever. But yeah, that's why I love the old Lincolns. But yeah, thanks for sharing. It's nice to meet you. Somebody's asking, what's a car like this worth? It's hard to say, right?
It's not for sale.
You know, it just depends, right, on what somebody's willing to pay for it.
Depends on what someone wants to pay.
Yeah.
We won't sell it though. It'll be hers.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. Same with my Model T. People ask me what's my Model T worth, and it just depends on who's going to pay for it, and you know, maybe $15,000, but it just depends. And you become the caretaker of somebody else's history, is the way I put it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. We don't care because they kept it the best they could, so we should show
Right,
them.
right.
But it's filled. It's got a full undergo. Really good headrest. It's all filled
Oh yeah,
to prevent rust.
very smart.
Yeah, so everything in the back, front, the hood's not. Everything else is.
Yep. Yeah. It was nice to meet you. I hope to see you again next month.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. There is our courthouse again. Proud of it. Yeah, Chris, I mean, what's a car worth? It's what somebody will pay, right? Like these cars over here. Very unique, not collector cars specifically. And it's great to see somebody actually care about them. These are old Chryslers, Dodge, what have you. But you don't see them. Nobody took care of them. They're not Camaros. They're not old Mustangs. So if you look at it, it's a piece of art in its own way, though. And then look at this thing. And I know the owner of this because we bought a car from him as well. Our old Imperial. It's just so unique, so big. And the problem is to maintain a car like this is incredibly hard, because if you have a car that's popular, there's a lot of remanufacturers to make aftermarket parts. This car, not so much. So the swivel seat out, just like Reagan's Imperial. Obviously they care about preserving the interior. They got plastic over it. You know, to fix this roof, I have no idea what it would cost. But just the history, the push button transmission, really, really neat. Okay, getting a little windy, getting a little noisy. Sorry. So after 56, 57, Thunderbird and 58 kind of got big. And instead of a two-seater, we have a 60 here. It's a four-seater. So they started getting very large. And that's what we have here. But just the design is so neat looking, isn't it? So Curtis family, if you're still here, gosh, I'm so happy for your trip. You're going to have a great time. You're going at a good point. It won't be too high. Well, it shouldn't be. And they're, I think, so many things are coming back, thankfully, from 2019. I remember walking the parks in 2019 at Epcot and seeing Josh DeMauro, this everything happening, and everybody was so happy, and he was waving, and then boom, right 2 weeks later, things shut down, and we've been rolling through this series of issue after issue, ready to get over that. And I'm very excited to have the cast members from other countries back as well. Really, really miss that aspect of Epcot.
Yeah, no.
19th through 27th? Okay, yeah, that's a really good time. Actually, I think Heather gets there right. Heather gets there right when you leave, unfortunately. She's going to see, there's some band at Epcot that I know Jeff and Angela are going to be there. I forget the name of the band. But it's definitely something from the 70s that we all love. Well, that completes our loop around the square. This has been fun. And we'll end over here with Felix, if I can. You ready to say goodbye to everybody, Felix? All right. Well, thank you all. It's Ed and
Felix.
Yeah.
Hope you had a great time today. Come out next month. What day is it next month?
They can't come out next month. They're all over the country. You know?
Why not? There's people. There's
if
a
you're-
British guy here.
Yes. But if you are in Texas, come down to Georgetown, Texas, third Saturday of the month for Pistons on the Square. There we go.
Prettiest square in Texas.
Well, that's what they say. I think it's a self-proclaimed claim, but
They wouldn't
yeah.
lie to you. They're the government.
Hey, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoyed
Beautiful day, and we'll see you again soon. For now, Texas Takes. Take care, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Francisco. Curtis family says hello.
You edit part of this, don't you?
No,
No?
it's live. You don't edit
Holy
live.
mackerel.
Yep, sorry. Y'all take care. Thanks.